Hi, I am Dr. Surekha Tiwari. I am a practicing homeopathic doctor and a psychological counselor. I've been in the profession for the last 35 years. I have my clinic in Bangalore. This question is so recent. It's a very recently coined dissociative identity disorder. So, literally, it is literal that when you disassociate with your own identity, whoever you are, you think or you do not accept yourself. And because you don't accept yourself, so you start having reasons that, why do you have this? Let's say, for example, the most common example which we often see in such cases is where you say, I heard voices and that person did it for me. The blame game in our life, where we don't accept the charge of our life. That is how it can begin in the most gentlest of ways. But gradually you start coming to a level where you do not have any association with the way you are born, the way you look, or even to the way you think. When it comes to the level of thought, that is when you say that you have dissociated with your identity. In very olden times, or maybe a few years back, this was also known as a split personality, where what you were and what you wanted to be, they may be different. And because they are not gelling well right now, so you start having a dual identity. You are doing something, but you do not want to do it. You are not wanting something and you still have to do it. Like, say, for example, now take a very layman example. Somebody wanted to be a doctor and he or she did not find the alternatives, did not find any other reason, did not want to go into paramedics and did not at all study to be a doctor. But each time that the person looks at a doctor or meets a doctor, that old age dream that, I wish I was a doctor, starts building in. This is a very normal reaction. We can always have those missed boats, missed opportunities, past dreams, whatever. But if this disorder gets to a point where you do not accept your current identity, let's say as a lecturer or an engineer, and you're like, okay, I don't know who this person is because I do not relate to myself. And soon, if you do not address it here, or if you do not recognize that there is a split which is happening within you, you start dissociating your actions with yourself. You do not like the way you behave, think, or conduct yourself. And so you start putting the blame outside. I didn't do it. I don't know how this happened. We often blame this all on forgetfulness. Forgetfulness can be a part of it, but forgetfulness is very, very temporary. When it starts becoming a status, when you start realizing or when you start thinking that you cannot associate, this also comes to, dysmorphia will also be a part of it, in which a born female thinks that she's not a female. He wants to be a male, and people are going gender conversion surgery these days. These are all areas which are still grey. A lot of research is still happening, and that is why I said it's a very recently coined term. But to understand this, you have to go back in your own story, or somebody else has to take you back in your story to understand the dissociation would have become with some disappointment. And the disappointment was so acute or so humongous that the amount of emotional impact it had, it did not heal itself. It did not go away or evaporate after some time. It became a part of the person so much that the dissociation happened. The key will lie in something which is known as CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, in which, again, as the name suggests, you have to find reasons why you are behaving the way you are. And once those reasons become clear, then you start going back in a little history, maybe resolving those emotions, and then getting ahead in life, the beautiful identity which you have.